Now, my number one suicide pick of the week, this is going to be a theme throughout the rest of the season, I think, and it's you just got to pick whoever's playing the Dolphins, where the Dolphins are clearly tanking. Clearly, like they're not even trying to pretend that they're not tanking. Players want to get traded away, which I'm saying, trade them all. We only have really like Minka Fitzpatrick and Xavier Howard are the only players really worth keeping on the entire roster right now. So if they want to go, trade their asses. Let's get a little bit of more draft capital for them. But whoever's playing the Dolphins, and especially the Patriots playing the Dolphins. Patriots are, one of the best teams in the league. They'll have AB this week. Not that it even matters. They could win by 50 without AB. I think they're like 17.5-point favorites. Just ridiculous, but they'll probably cover. I got the Patriots as the number one suicide pick of the week. The number two suicide pick of the week, I got the Ravens to beat the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are just an abysmally terrible team. They were able to make the comeback against the Lions, but that was really because of a blocked punt, bad coaching on the Lions' part, and David Johnson just being an absolute freak. The Cardinals did absolutely nothing for the first three quarters of that game, and I think that's sort of their identity this year. They're not going to be very good at all. Meanwhile, the Ravens obviously looked like world beaters, but that was against the Dolphins, who were the worst team in the league. So it's hard to know exactly where the Ravens stand, but for now, I think it's pretty obvious that they're going to absolutely shit on the lesser teams in the league, which is what the Cardinals are. Now, my third top pick of the week is the Cowboys to beat the Redskins. Like I was saying earlier, I think the Redskins are, just one of the worst teams in the league. It's just the way it is. Nothing against them, but they don't really have much going for them. And I think the Cowboys are just one of the best teams in the league. Their offense looked sensational last week, and like I was saying, the offense isn't even necessarily the strength of the team. Like their defense is phenomenal. I don't see Case Keenum and Vernon Davis and Chris Thompson being able to do very much against this Cowboys defense. And also that Redskins defense looks so bad in the second half against Philadelphia. And I think the Cowboys offense is similarly dynamic, maybe not quite as dynamic in the passing game, but definitely, with Ezekiel Elliott there, one of the premier running backs in the league, I think it's debatable that the Cowboys are probably better than the Eagles offensively. So I got the Cowboys to beat the Redskins pretty easily. And my fourth and final suicide pick of the week is the Chiefs over the Raiders. This one I feel the least confident about, but that's relative to the other three picks. I still, would feel very confident in the Chiefs to beat the Raiders. The Raiders don't have many pieces on defense, and it doesn't even matter if you have pieces on defense like Jacksonville did. Like you saw how much good that did them against a dynamic Kansas City offense. Obviously, Kansas is missing Tyreek Hill, but I think Mecole Hardman, offers a similar upside to Hill. Obviously, nobody's as fast and dynamic as Hill, but Mecole Hardman is a very serviceable player there. LaShawn McCoy looked really dynamic, very efficient in that game. So, the Raiders' offense did look good, and the Chiefs' defense is not so good. But, are the Raiders going to be able to beat the Chiefs? I just don't see that happening.